going on, Jerome's? So Vikings begin OTAs today and practice. Talk about practice. But, of course, the draft, free agency is all in the books. But there's still a couple of spots where the Minnesota Vikings could potentially improve. The rooster, which Kwesi's been cooking this offseason, man. It's absolutely been getting after it. But ESPN's Matt Bowen, former NFL safety, fantastic NFL analyst. He did up a piece, best NFL team fits for remaining free agents, trade candidates, blah, 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 blah. Also, so he didn't give us Xavier Howard, but he did give us a cornerback. But, of course, the most obvious name is Come On Up for the Rise. Plus, fueling my conspiracy theory that yet again that whenever the Vikings are mentioned, ESPN loves to put in like their little plugs because hey, I know you're reading about the Vikings. Here's something to distract you because why would the Vikings ever just get full coverage? But Risner, best fit Minnesota Vikings. A return to Minnesota makes the most sense here for Risner, who logged a pass block win rate of 95.5% last season, fifth amongst guards, while allowing just 2 sacks dose. He can drop anchor in pass protection to close down interior rush lanes, and he displayed a rugged play style as a run blocker in Kevin O'Connell's offense. Minnesota currently has Blake Randall and Ed Ingram slated to start now. It's a very glowing review from Matt Bowen, and of course, Risner was pretty damn solid last year, coming over as a late free agent in the middle of the season from Denver, where it's kind of weird. So, second offseason in a row, Risner is just like a free agent after the draft and not on a 90-man as teams are opening up OTAs. It's just odd, isn't it? And yeah, Risner did play solid last year, but I think what's going to happen is they gave Blake Brandel the 3-year deal. And Ingram is headed into year 3, and I think that the Vikings are hoping that both of them are going to be good to go. Right? And of course, Brandel rising up, former 6th-round pick tackle from Oregon State in 2020, kicking him inside. Obviously, Chris Cooper and company believe in him. Otherwise, they wouldn't have given him the money, and they wouldn't have not had an offer on the table for Dalton Risner. Now, I think what's going to happen is that they're going to get a look at Ingram and Brandel in OTAs and maybe even start a training camp. And if it's there, they'll pass on Risner. But if it's not, maybe they'll circle back. I think that's where we're currently at. And I don't think that Risner is in danger of signing with another team at this point. Again, it's weird. Just really odd. Also, adding in the cornerback room, Adoree Jackson. Woo-woo. He is for real. The pride of USC, former first-round pick, blah, blah, blah. Vikings drafted cornerback Kyrie Jackson out of Oregon in the 4th round of April's draft. He's long at 6'4" and has the physical traits to challenge wide receivers, but there's still a need to add cornerback depth for an aggressive defender under coordinator Brian Flores that will heat up the pocket. Last season, Minnesota led the NFL with a blitz rate of 49.4%. That's a combination of zone and man pressure, which fits the aggressive corner traits and eyes of Adoree Jackson. Even with a lack of ball production, 4 career interceptions, Jackson can provide competition in the Minnesota secondary this summer, and the scheme could put him in position to make plays. And Jackson, like we said, first-round pick, number 18 overall by USC, went to the Titans, played out his rookie deal, eventually signed up with the Giants on a 3-year, $39 million deal, played out that string. Had his first career pick 6 last year off of Jalen Hurts, which is kind of fun. But he is the type of player that can that can be very good in zone and or man. And again, he's only 28, so it is a bit odd why he's just out there chilling. And the Vikings cornerback room, like I said, there's question marks, but there's a lot of potential answers. So Murph in the slot is basically the only one that you can write in. Shaq Griffin, the free agent coming in from the Texans. Hopefully he can rekindle some of his Seahawk years. My guy Blackman, I love a lot, speaking of USC. And then, Evans and Booth, 2 highly drafted guys, but they were ahead of the Brian Flores regime. And last year, and they got Jackson coming in, obviously a handpicked Flores guy on the outside. Dwight McLaughlin, I think, is going to surprise a lot of people. Oh, Joel Williams is gone. We should update this. But you get the gist of it. So basically the Vikings, they have depth, and they have a lot of intriguing players. And, of course, Flores, as he says, you can never have enough corners. So, with Jackson, not going to pay through the nose. I don't know, like 1 year, $3 million prove-it deal, maybe. Maybe that would be about the range. Be comfortable bringing him in, but Who knows at this point, man? But your thoughts are thoughts. ESPN lists Dalton Risner and Adoree Jackson as two of the best free agent fits for the Vikes still in the market, potentially. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.